The Transfiguration, I believe, is at the heart of the Gospel according to Matthew. The pivotal sentence, "This is my Son," appears at the beginning of the Gospel, after the baptism, and at the crucifixion, when the Roman soldier confesses this was the Son of God. We have a very important parallel in the first part of the Gospel, in the Old Testament. Moses, who also appears in the Transfiguration of Jesus. Moses goes on a high mountain. The presence of God can be visibly experienced as a cloud. We have the voice coming from the cloud, the shining face. What is very important in Moses is that after the revelation, after he receives the revelation and his face is bright and radiant, it comes to a covenant between God and his people. We have the very same structure in the Gospel of Matthew, except the covenant appears only towards the end of Jesus' earthly life, at the Last Supper. What I find very important is that this covenant, according to Matthew, is not something totally new or totally different. Matthew carefully tries to avoid the term new covenant. At the Last Supper, according to Matthew, Jesus says, "This is my blood, the blood of the covenant." So I think what Matthew tries to show us is that it is the very same, the one and only covenant between God and his people. What is new is that the covenant is kind of widened and deepened for those who do not belong to the people of Israel. So as non-Jews, we are invited to join this covenant, to become part of God's people, but Matthew is quite clear, the path goes only via Jesus. So our access to this covenant is via the person of Jesus Christ. It's quite an exclusive statement, but I would say you can still read the first part of the Bible, the Old Testament, in various ways. I would not dare to contradict a Jewish understanding of the scriptures and would not dare to say this is wrong. You can read the Bible as a historical document, but if you want to read it as a testimony of the history between God and its people, then Matthew states quite clearly, Jesus, the person of Jesus Christ, is the one and only key and access to it. Thank you for listening to my thoughts. Should you like to comment, please feel free to do so in the commentaries, and naturally we hope that you might subscribe our channel.